Iran's shocking discovery: U.S. intelligence agencies are watching black Israelites. The revelation that U.S. intelligence agencies, particularly the CIA and FBI, have placed the black Israelite movement under intense surveillance has ignited widespread debate and speculation, raising profound questions about the nature of state power, historical narratives, and the limits of religious and civil liberties. According to Iranian intelligence sources, American authorities perceive the movement as a potential destabilizing force, justifying covert monitoring and infiltration. This assertion invites deeper reflection on the motivations behind such scrutiny, the extent of governmental intervention, and the broader philosophical implications of knowledge, control, and state authority. While Iran's claim may be shaped by its own geopolitical agenda, the mere suggestion that a religious community rooted in black identity and biblical heritage is being watched so closely by the U.S. government rekindles long-standing concerns about surveillance, racial politics, and the mechanisms through which dominant powers seek to regulate historical discourse. The Black Israelite movement has long occupied a space of fascination, controversy, and misrepresentation. At the core of its belief system is the assertion that African Americans, along with other people of color, are the true descendants of the biblical Israelites. This claim challenges conventional Judeo-Christian teachings and Western historical narratives, positioning the movement as both a religious and socio-political force. Over the past several decades, Black Israelite communities have gained visibility in urban centers across the United States, drawing adherents through teachings centered on identity.
Hey, Shalom, Akim, Shalom. First thing and foremost, I want to give all praises and glory and honor that's due to Yahweh, Ba'Hashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'Hashem Rakakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and others, a great millstone and rule well. Peace and blessings and salutations to the hopeful elect. Noise in the gospel abroad, lifting up the standard of Yahweh, Ba'Hashem, Yahweh Shai, wherever it may be. This is just another lesson through the Spirit. I actually am revisiting this segment because I've actually done something on this and several other brothers as well. But going into agent provocateurs and espionage, as we know that the movement has been infiltrated, as we see that we have these rigorous leaders among our people that deem themselves prophets, but yet they've sold out and took a bag. And it's obvious because of the doctrines and the type of garb style and the teaching styles and the uniformity of these other camps, man. And I really believe that the heads of these groups, you know, the ones that we're pretty much at odds with, are paid agents, man. Whether they be CIA, FBI, and that's the Spirit. It's a truck right there that says 14444. Call Allah Yahweh Shai Shai. And it's crazy because the truck is docking in, and the number is on the, like, it's like, you know how like you have the main cab, and then like the actual trailer bed is actually in between the cab. It's 141444. You cannot make this shit up. And as it was bagging up, I walked across the building, and there it go. It just pulled right in. Call all you have about Shemal Shai, man. But these, that's dope, man. The Lord is cold. I didn't even know that until I walked back around. But and that confirms the Spirit, man, of what we're saying to be true, because you got guys in this thing, like this whole thing with Adam 22, no jumper, which his father was in lieu with the Clinton administration. Allegedly, he gave Bill Clinton a pardon. Well, no, Bill Clinton gave him a pardon because I believe the dude spent like 1 year in jail for like some type of corruption scandal with the Clinton administration and some shit. But overall, man, but overall, you got Israelites that's rubbing elbows with the likings of Adam 22, you know, and it makes sense now as to why these guys' doctrines are constantly changing, why they have the standpoints that they have on certain prophecies, man. Is because a lot of these dudes took the bag, man. Okay, and I'm just being real, just being transparent. Me personally, hey, I believe he took a bag, man. Because ain't no way in hell you go from teaching the name of the Most High 15 years ago, having one of the most dopest breakdowns. Like, I will be honest with you. If anybody want to learn the name of the Most High and want to understand the breakdown of it, I would say go watch the video that Nate, and I believe it was I think it was Barack, if I'm not mistaken, that was with him. But I would tell anybody to go and watch that video, because I mean, that was a thorough explanation of the name of Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai, bar none, right? But anyway, but ain't nowhere in hell you go from teaching Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai to teaching some fucking Christ, man, when you clearly know that it's not the name of the Most High. Then you change the doctrine. Now you're teaching hell. Now you're teaching that the mark of the beast is sin, but at first you taught that it was Christianity. Like, which is it, man? Okay, then you got Al-Azhar, which gets caught up in this pegging scandal, you know, and you going on Adam 22, which I believe Al-Azhar is pretty much set up to get the whole ministry roped up, man. And I really believe that. Because no way in hell that they come in the spirit of calling themselves a Sakari, which is a group of fucking zealots that pretty much got Jake and some shit over 2,000 years ago. And these men are in the same stance today. Okay, like the scriptures say, there's nothing new under the sun. So you can't make this shit up, man. All right, so anyway, Salakia, I'm kind of making a quick lesson. I'm actually in this damn training shit, or this seminar class for work type ordeal. So it's pretty much gonna have me captivated all day for the next couple of hours. So, you know, the spirit just had me to come out and do a lesson real quick because, you know, that's the spirit. The spirit's like the wind, right? But anyway, let me get a couple of precepts real quick. We'll end it. But anyway, what's the spy? It was Sirach 11:31. Sirach 11, and I'm gonna start at verses Sirach 11, and I'm gonna start at verses 29. And it says, "Bring not every man into thy house." It says, "For deceitful men have many trains." Yeah, and this is why we have such a rigorous and heavy vetting process, man. Because hey, you just never know who's among you. You know, you're gonna have guys that's gonna get finicky at the last minute. You got some niggas that's already finicky. You know what I'm saying? That's already on that type of time. At the camp, he may be secretly getting on the phone with his CIA, FBI buddies. Yeah, I ain't got nothing on him right now. You know, but the nigga did say this and this and that. And even some of the women that come in your lives, man. You know, you got to be careful on these women that seem too good to be true. A lot of their ass can be sent by them people. All right? And we're not telling anybody to look at anybody sideways, but it's just a cause of an alarm, man. Because, hey, the scriptures say, be circumspect. Okay? Be not ignorant of anything small or great, no matter small or great. So it's best to be alert and to keep it, you know, what they call your third eye open, you know, which is your mind, and then to just be stupid, just to bring any old demon into the camp, man. You know, this is why me personally, I'm glad that, you know, I have a smaller camp because, you know, that way, even if we do got some, you know, let's just say we had some ill dealings among our little small group, hey, it's easy to detect that shit. Okay, you got to be a good ass agent to get some shit past us because, hey, we'll call your ass out and the spirit is going to reveal it anyway. You know, not saying there are agents in our camps. I'm just saying in general, all these groups have been infiltrated. And even in the apostles mentioned, they say, well, yeah, we got spies among GMS. And I know we have spies among Great Millstone. Okay, can I prove who they are? No, I can't. Can I tell you who they are? No, I can't. You know what I'm saying? But I do know there will be spies. And I do know that men will get compromised at the last second due to fear and not being rooted. Okay, this is why the scriptures say that any plant that the Most High didn't plant, the Father shall pluck up. Okay, and it says here, like as a partridge taken and kept in a cage, so is the heart of the proud, and like as a spy watching he for thy fall. So like going into the video we were just watching, this thing has already been infiltrated, man. Okay, like these groups, like, you know, these alphabet groups with these different names, the UPK, you know, the leaders of these groups, a lot of these men have been planted in Israel, man, to bring confusion, you know, to bring more of a militant approach, so therefore we can catch the eyes of the FBI, man, because they know who's who. You know, they know who's who. They tap the phones, they have the IP addresses, they follow you, you know, they send people up to listen to you. You know what I'm saying? They probably peeping in your window at night. They probably come in your crib when you're in your home. And like I say, hey, personally, I believe our home's a bug, you know, but that's all good because at the end of the day, shit, what you gonna find out? There's a bunch of men that get together, teach the word, you know, drink sometime on the weekends and spend time with their families. You ain't gonna find nothing nefarious. You know, you ain't gonna find any brother that's trying to come up with some type of convoluted scheme to take down Esau. That's not how this shit works, man, because we understand that we need Yahweh Shai to come in and do our bidding, man. Okay, then this is why Yahweh Shai said, if my servants were of this kingdom, my servants will fight. Because it wasn't in Yahweh Shai's best interest at that time to take down Rome. Okay, and that's not what we're teaching. We're not teaching that we're going to do a damn thing. But we are teaching that there will be a time that Yahweh Shai will return to this wicked ass society and he will destroy it. And that seems to be getting the Esau's his feathers ruffled, to say the least. And it reads, and it says, for he lied in wait and turning good into evil, and things worthy of praise he will lay blame upon thee. Yeah, because the truth is worthy of praise, man, because we're just declaring who we are and speaking, speaking the truth. Not our truth, but the truth. Okay, when niggas, oh, that's your truth. No, there's no such thing as your truth. It's the truth. Scriptures say one Lord, one faith, one baptism. That's it. One truth. That's it. And we were blessed to have it. And we don't care who don't think we have it or not. We have to prove shit to you. It's going to prove itself, and it has been. And it says here, and he lied for weight and turned good into evil, and things worthy of praise he will lay blame upon thee. Or of a spark of fire, of heap of coals is kindled, and a sinful man laid for blood. But take heed of a mischievous man, for he worketh wickedness, lest he bring upon thee a perpetual blot, and receive a stranger into thy house, and he will disturb thee and turn thee out of thy own. So be circumspect. As going back into the videos, Esau got spies all around us, man. Okay, he got his eyes in the sky, so to speak. Psalm 17, and I'm gonna start at verses 10. It says, they are enclosed in their own fat, and with their mouth they speak proudly, and they have now compassed us in our steps, and have set their eyes bowing down to the earth. Okay, the satellites, the surveillance, like the new AI system that's getting ready to come online is getting ready to be heavily surveyed. Just like China, you got the social credit system. All this shit is getting ready to be surveyed to the next level. Everything is surveyed. This is why they're building up all these smart condominiums, these so-called luxury living. Call Allah Yahweh Shah 144 again. That number's everywhere, man. That's how you know the spirit is active, because that number is just literally all over the place. But yeah, this new digital age, like building up all these condominiums and all this other shit, a lot of it is going to be dealing with smart cities, and this is why they're building up what they call quote-unquote luxury living, when it's really a community among the house. Like the new high-rises they building, they got gyms, they got markets, they got grocery stores or markets, they got fucking bars. All this shit is already set up to already have you locked in. That way you can't go to the next city, and that's all the luxury living, but it's all part of a divine plan to get everybody locked into this grid, man. And it says here, like as a lion that is greedy of his prey, and as it were a young lion lurking in secret places. But arise, O Lord, and disappoint him and cast him down. Deliver my soul from the wicked, which is thy sword, man. All right, so with that, Salaki, I got to end it quick. Get all praises and glory, honor that's due to Yahweh, Shem Yahweh Shai. Lord's will, you will edify to the next lesson. Shalom.
The spirituality and historical justice. For many followers, the movement is not merely a theological framework, but a radical act of reclamation, a means of restoring a lost heritage and resisting systemic oppression. In their view, the recognition of their lineage is not just an abstract intellectual exercise, but an existential awakening, one that empowers African Americans and other marginalized communities to redefine themselves outside the constraints of a Eurocentric historical paradigm. Given this transformative ideology, it is unsurprising that the movement has attracted both admiration and scrutiny. Supporters regard Black Israelites as truth seekers who challenge historical inaccuracies, while detractors, including some mainstream religious